Hi, I'm going to be teaching you how to solve this equation by using the quadratic formula. So, as you can see, our equation 9x squared plus 12x equals to negative 6 doesn't follow the quadratic format of the equation, because as you can see at the red letters, that's our equation for this. So it's going to be ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0, and as we can see, our original equation doesn't line up with that. So we can see that negative 6 is on the left side and it's supposed to be on the right, so then it could equal to 0. So what we do to take care of this problem is that we just plus 6 both sides, and then the left side cancels out, and it's going to be 9x squared plus 12x plus 6 equals to 0. And then these are large numbers, and we can simplify these by 3 because all of them have a common factor of 3. And we don't have to, but it does make like solving this easier. So we're just going to be dividing all these numbers on the right side by 3. And then 9 divided by 3, it's going to be 3x squared. 12 divided by 3, it's going to be 4 plus 4. And then 6 divided by 3 is going to be 2. So equals to 0. And then we keep the variables the same. Okay, now we can use this equation for the quadratic formula. And as you can see, this is our quadratic formula. It's x equals negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by everything by 2. So we're just going to be plugging in these values. So just label these. It's just going to be A, B, C. Okay, now we're going to do x equals negative 4 square root of 4 square 4 3 2. And then now we just divide everything by 2 3. Okay, now we're just going to sum up these numbers. So again, we rewrite the formula, but it's going to be negative 4 this time. Plus, oh, I forgot to add the plus minus top. That's my mistake. Plus minus. And then 4 squared is going to be 16. And then negative 4 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 2, it's going to be negative 24. And then 2, and then under 2 multiplied by 3, it's going to be 6. Okay. Now we are just going to sum up these values again. So it's going to be negative 4 plus minus, and then 16 minus 24 is going to be 8 over 6. Okay, now as we can see, we have negative 8. And that's not a perfect square. So to make it easier, whenever you see a square root that's not a perfect square, like what we have right now, square root of 8, you can break it down into smaller pieces. So two numbers that multiply to 8, but one of them has to be a perfect square because it's easier to take the square root of. So on the side, as you can see, 4 and 2 multiplied equals to 8. So 8 square root of 4 multiplied by 2, and then as you can see, when you separate these, 4, 2, square root of 4 is 2, so it's going to be 2, and then square root of 2. Okay, there you go. And oh, that looks like a Z, my bad. And then we add I, because we add the imaginary I at because this was a negative, so a negative number from the square root goes to I. Okay, now we're continuing with our quadratic. We know that this is going to be 2 square root of 2 over 6. And don't forget the I. And then it's like perfectly fine how it is, but we can factor all of this and divide it by 3 to get a smaller number. So negative 4 divided by 3, it's going to be, 2 divided by 2, not 3. 2, because they all share a common factor of 2, so be negative 2 plus minus, and then to I, and then going to be 3. And there's our answer. To be more specific about it, you can just do negative 2 plus 2I over 3, and then just negative 2 minus 2I 3, and that's how you solve the equation with the quadratic formula.